Okay, students, let us solve this question number 8. Curve C has an equation y is equal to f of x for which x is greater than 0. The point P with x coordinate 1 by 4 lies on C. So the point P has an x coordinate of 1 by 4. We don't know the y coordinate, so I just leave it as y. And given that f dash of x, that is the first derivative of the function, is equal to 10 plus 5 root x minus 4 divided by 2x square. The tangent to C at P has an equation y is equal to kx plus 2. So if, for example, if this is the curve at this particular point P, and then if we have a tangent at that particular point P, the equation of the tangent is given by y is equal to kx plus 2. Okay. Now, this k is nothing but, if you compare it with the equation of the line y is equal to mx plus c, k is the slope. So k is the slope or the gradient. All right. So the gradient of a function is nothing but the derivative itself. So the gradient or the slope m is nothing but the derivative itself. Okay. And now they're asking you to find the gradient at the point P, right? So, and at the point P, we have the x value is equal to 1 by 4, and to find the gradient at the point P, we just need to find out f dash of 1 by 4. Okay, I hope you understood it, because gradient gives you the slope directly, and we want the slope at the point where x is equal to 1 by 4. So you just need to replace the x as 1 by 4 in the f dash of x value. So this is 5 times 1 by 4 minus 4 divided by 2 times 1 by 4 the whole square. So when you do this calculation, you will be getting the answer as negative 2. So negative 2 is the value of k. Okay, now coming to the second part, we need to find the equation of the normal to C at the point P. Now for the point P, we only have the x coordinate, we don't have the y coordinate. So that is one thing. And for the normal, we can easily find the slope because we already found the slope of the tangent. The slope of the tangent was equal to k, which is equal to negative 2. So what would be the slope of the normal? You need just take the negative reciprocal. So negative 1 over negative 2, the slope of the tangent, because the tangent and the normal, they are perpendicular. So I'll just draw the tangent also over here. Sorry, the normal also over here. So this is the normal line over here. So they are perpendicular to each other. So the slopes are also the negative reciprocal of each other. Okay. So now we can find the slope of the normal, which is equal to negative 1 divided by negative 2, which is equal to 1 over 2. So that is the slope of the normal. Now to find the equation of the normal, we need to find that point, the complete coordinate of point P also, but we have only the x coordinate. Now we need to find the y coordinate. Now this point P is on the line y is equal to kx plus 2, out of which k we found as a negative 2. So it is negative 2x plus 2, and we have the x coordinate of the point. So if we plug in that x coordinate of the point over here, we are going to get the y coordinate because that point P lies on this tangent. So I repeat, if we plug in the value of x over here, we are going to get the y coordinate because the point P lies on the tangent y is equal to minus 2x plus 2. So in y is equal to minus 2x plus 2, I plug in x is equal to the coordinate of the point P, the x coordinate of the point P, that is 1 by 4. Y will be equal to negative 2 times 1 by 4 plus 2. So use your calculator to plug in this value. You will be getting the y value as 3 by 2. So the whole coordinate of that particular point P is 1 by 4 comma 3 by 2. And now we have the slope of the normal as 1 by 2. So now we have the slope and the point also. So we can use the slope point form equation. Y minus y1 is equal to m multiplied by x minus x1, or if you want, you can use the y equal to mx plus c format also. Whichever is easy for you, you can use that. So this is y minus 3 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 times x minus 1 by 4. Have they asked you to write it in any form? Yeah, in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So I can I can just move this term to the other side after expanding it. So y minus 3 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2x minus 1 by 8. So y is equal to 1 by 2x minus 1 by 8 plus 3 by 2. So I can use the calculator to simplify it a little bit more. This is going to be y is equal to 1 by 2x plus 11 by 8. Okay, so this is the form in the form y is equal to mx plus c. This is the final answer. So we'll just go through the mark division also. So in the first one, if you do the method correctly by using plugging in the value in this one, this is the method mark over here, and this is the accuracy mark. In the second part, you need to use k as -2 and the slope as the x coordinate as 1 by 4 to find the value of y, which is 3 by 2. So this carries the method and the accuracy mark. The method mark is for following the method of plugging in this value and the slope of the value of k also. So that is 2 marks over there. And the next one, this is the dependent method mark, where you use any method to find this method you can use, and you can use the y is equal to mx plus c method also, where you can use the coordinate of y, that is 3 by 2 is equal to the slope was 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 4 plus c. This method also you can use. Okay, and this is the dependent method. So if you get this method mark, then only you are eligible to get this method mark, and the correct answer in this correct form will give you the last mark. Okay, so that was part A completed. Okay, in part B, they're asking you to find out f of x. So we are given the derivative function. Now we need to find the original function f of x. So we need to integrate it. So first we can represent the function in a simplified form first. So we have the derivative function being equal to 10 plus 5 root x minus 4 divided by 2x square. Okay, so I can just split out these two terms. So it will be 10 plus 5 root x divided by 2x square minus 4 divided by 2x square. Okay, now root x is nothing but x to the power half, and this is divided by 2x square, and I can cancel off 2, and this gives me 2, and 2 by divided by x square. Okay, now this, if I apply the rule a over a to the power m over a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n, I would be getting 10 plus 5 by 2 x to the power negative 3 by 2, and this is minus 2x to the power negative 2. So this is your derivative function in a simplified form. Now I can take the integration of this part. So the integration of 10 is 10x. The integration of x to the power negative 3 by 2 will be x to the power negative 3 by 2 plus 1 divided by minus 3 by 2 plus 1. The integration of x to the power negative 2 will be x to the power negative 2 plus 1 divided by negative 2 plus 1 and plus c. Do not forget to add the value at the term c, otherwise you would be getting it wrong over there. So I'll just simplify the constant term over here. You use your calculator to simplify that portion. So because this is having fractions and all, it will be, you might make a mistake if you are doing it without the calculator. So I'm doing that part directly on the calculator. So 5 by 2 divided by negative 3 by 2 plus 1 will give me negative 5. Okay, so I'm writing negative 5 over here, and the x term is x to the power minus 3 by 2 plus 1 is minus half. And this is minus 2 divided by negative 1, which is going to be plus 2 x to the power negative 1 plus c. So this is your derivated portion. So this is your function now, and now you can use you need to find the value of c, for which you can use the particular point, because the point P, which you already found over here, this point P is also on the curve. So you can consider, or you can take the x coordinate and the y coordinate of the point P and plug it in the curve, which will help you to find out the value of C. And the coordinate of P, we already found it over here, that is 1 by 4 comma 3 by 2. So P is 1 by 4 comma 3 by 2. So I plug in the value of, so the f of x is nothing but y itself. Okay, so I plug in the value of y as 3 by 2 is equal to 10 times x is 1 by 4. So minus 5, 1 by 4 to the negative power of half, plus 2 times 1 by 4 to the negative power 1, plus a constant. So again, don't try to simplify it on your own, doing mental math over here. Put this thing on your calculator. This much part you can put it on your calculator directly and try to simplify it. And this gives you the value as, let me do it. So this is going to give you 2.5 minus 5 times 1 by 4 to the power negative 0.5, which is 10. Then 2 times 0.25 to the power negative 1, which is going to be 8. Okay, so plus C. So this is 1.5 is equal to, and this gives you 0.5 plus C. Okay, so from here you'll get C is equal to 1. So there is your function. So this is your function over here. You just need to replace the C value by 1. So your function, the final equation of your function is equal to 10x minus 5x to the power negative half plus 2x to the power negative 1 plus 1. So this is your final function. Okay, so we'll go through the mark division also. So the first one is the integration. If you integrate it correctly with the fraction and any two correct terms, you will be getting the method mark and one accuracy mark. So the integration correctly and any two correct terms. So two of the correct terms of this one. Okay, so that will give you sorry, this one. Okay, so two of this correct terms of the integration, that will give you the method mark and the one accuracy mark. If all the terms are correct, you are going to get another accuracy mark over here. And if you plug in that point over here, you are going to get the dependent method mark and the final accuracy mark for this one. That's how you'll get the total 5 marks. So I hope this question was clear for you. Thank you so much.